Hello everyone. It's Jackie from Pocket Up Preschool, and I wanted to show you the updated St. Patrick's Day Center. So you can tell it's packed with tons and tons of goodies. I want to show you each activity in action, and I'll kind of tell you what's new. Hold on one second. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So first things first. If you don't own it, you can go grab it. But if you do own it, just go download it again. There's organizational pages. This is how I keep my units. The table of contents is now hyperlinked. And all of the activities have a photo and like an action photo. So you can see it in the classroom. And what I do for organization, I keep the teacher page on the front and then any printables that I need to copy, like in that back section. So those are all in there for you guys. And you can see I have tons of directions and options on each one. So that way you can play it the way that works for you in your classroom. And there are labels too for the outside of your tubs. Okay, so first things first, in all of my units, there is a writing center. So some of these writing cards I'm using for something else, so I'll show you that in a minute. But there's always a lowercase set of word cards and an uppercase set. The other lowercase set are down there, which I'll show you that in a minute. It also comes with paper, and my paper has 4 different options. So half page, full page, just regular line, and then a dotted line. And then this St. Patrick's Day Center also has a card making station. So that way your students can write letters to the sneaky leprechauns. So I have these friendly letters, and there's little printable stamps so they can glue those to their envelopes. They can also, and then there's a mailbox sign so they can put letters to the leprechaun in the mailbox. And then there's also a sign that says what cards need. So that's perfect for your kiddos. And it's just a really fun reason to write. There's also little shamrocks they can cut out. I also love these bounce back scissors for kiddos who need some extra support cutting. Those are my Amazon storefront, and I'll link those after we're done. And then I have the half page and the friendly letters. Those are just some blank cards, which is just paper folded in half in envelopes. And then there's also some phrases. So if they want to write a letter to their family or a card to their family, they can. So they don't have to write it to Leprechaun. They can write it to make a St. Patrick's Day card to a friend or a family member. And again, there's lowercase word cards and there's uppercase. I just have those in a little bin. And then another thing you can do with these word cards is on the back of coins, which you can use real pennies, or these are just some fake coins I got from the Dollar Tree. I just put stickers on them. One side's lowercase, one side's uppercase, and they can make the different vocabulary, like themed vocabulary words with the letter coins that you just made using just some coins from the Dollar Tree. So that's the writing center and the card making station. There's also 2 fine motor activities. Here is the cutting activity. So this one I did it a little bit different. So they cut out the shamrock, and then they, instead of cutting, so you can have them cut little paper strips and glue it onto the shamrock. But this one, just for something different, they just kind of like ball up and scrunch up, which is great fine motor, and tissue paper onto the shamrock. And of course they can add some glitter. Now if you don't have tissue paper, you can always have them cut up crepe paper from like the party section, and then they can like ball that up, and that is really fun too. It's just something different to cut than paper because that gets kind of boring after a while. The other fine motor activity is this tracing lines activity, so they can trace with the expo marker and erase, or they can use little pony beads. These little cupcake containers are great because they kind of like, since they're rubber, they are silicone, they kind of stick, so they're perfect for holding little beads. And there's the worksheet included. So there's the 2 fine motor and the writing, and then so it also includes 6 literacy centers. So one of the literacy centers is the card station with the all the themed things for the card making. And then another one of the centers is a leprechaun letter hide and seek. So it comes with a lowercase letter set and an uppercase set. Here's the uppercase set. What they do is they put it in a pocket chart, and then you hide these little shamrocks behind the letters. And then what they do is they have to pick the letter card, say the letter name, and if that's not there, they can turn it around if they want, and then find another letter, pick another letter until they find all the shamrocks. Here are the recording pages. They're basically just marking off the letters that they picked. So yeah, so they're finding those shamrocks that the sneaky leprechaun hid from them. So yeah, and then there's the uppercase set. So that is one of the literacy games. Another one of the literacy centers is these letter coins. And there's tons of activities you can do with this activity. So you can put the letter coins in just a bin of rainbow rice, and they can do different things with them. So they can just pick a letter and then rainbow write it. So the worksheets for this center, they're all rainbow write. So what they do is they write the letter with different colors, making a rainbow. So it's uppercase, uppercase, lowercase, and then lowercase. And then there's also a blank page for them to do either sight words, and there's a little pot of gold little page or mat too, or they can do names, or you can use the gold coins in a letter writing tray, or like a sand tray. So this is just some little tray I found somewhere. But otherwise you can use a kid divided plate. There we go. Oops, there we go. I have a little bit, so the reason why that's not working is I have too much sprinkles in the tray. So if that ever happens, you just take out some of the sprinkles or the sand or whatever it is. So there's so many options you can do for that center. You can do uppercase, lowercase matching. You can do just uppercase, just lowercase, names, or sight words. Another literacy center is this clap and build. This is a new game. So if you own this already, go download it again. So they are just clapping the number of syllables and putting that many cubes on. And I tried to find all kinds of green things. So there'll be St. Patrick's Day-ish little green leprechaun things that they have to clap the syllables for. If you want to purchase this, the link is at the top, and you can grab it in my TBT store. There's also a worksheet to go with that. And then we have rainbow rhyme puzzles. So they're basically putting the rhymes together. And again, there's a worksheet included. Again, I tried to make a lot of things I could green. That way it's St. Patrick's Day-ish. This beginning sound game is so much fun. They're getting the cat ready for St. Patrick's Day by giving him his boots and his hat. So obviously, if you have like 3-year-olds, you can totally just do an uppercase, lowercase match and just do the boots. If you want to sneak in some sounds, just add the sound hats. And again, we have 2 worksheets. Comes with all of them. Now you don't have to put out the whole letters, like the whole alphabet. You can put out half of them, just 6 of them, whatever you want. All right, now on to the math center. So there's 8 math centers included in this set. So this is the bump game. So what they do is each player gets cubes, and then they roll the dice, and they put their counter on that spot. And then once they roll it again, they would put another cube on it, and that would lock theirs in place. Now, let's say their friend rolled a 2. They can bump them off and put their counter on. So that's why it's called bump. And the directions are included. There's a worksheet, but there's also some other variations. So there's a -1, so they roll the dice and then subtract 1. There's a +1, so they roll the dice and then add 1. And then, oh, whoops, that's the addition, add 1. And then this one's just addition, so they roll 2 dice and they do the total. And again, all of those come with worksheets. Whoops. Here is a sorting game. So they were sorting the shamrocks by size, pattern, and then shape. And again, there's a worksheet with that. And I just copied these shamrocks on colored paper. It also includes color shamrocks as well. And we have some patterns over here. So they're making patterns, and then they can continue the pattern with the little pattern cards, or they can make their own with the pattern cards or manipulatives. This is a new game. I stepped on this, sorry about that. It was added to this pack. So it's a St. Patrick's Day shape match. So they are just matching the shapes on the board. So there's rainbows or little leprechauns, and then they are rainbow writing the shape. Again, just color it or trace the shape with each color, making a fun rainbow. This one is a super simple but oh so much fun. Fill the pot, so they roll the dice and put that many coins in until their pot is full of coins. And then you can also do it with 2 dice, so make an addition, so they would roll both dice, add it, and then put the total on there. There's also a dot version and then worksheets to go with it. And then here's another counting game. So you get all of these number pots out and they go up to 20. So it was only up to 15, so now it includes numbers up to 20. So what they're doing is they're gonna match the coins, though there's tallies, 10 frames, and dice. And then you can also put out coins or pennies or yellow pom-poms, and they can match those as well. So just line up all the numbers on the bottom, and then they match all of the coins. Again, the worksheets to go with it. And if you don't have these coins too, no worries, just use like yellow pom-poms or pennies. That works too. Now we had to have a rainbow number writing game. So this one goes up to 10, 20, or 30. And then it comes with these number cards. So they can basically make a number line. So putting all of the numbers in order. And I did include number lines. So that way if they need help or if they need to check and make sure their numbers are in the correct order, those are there for them as a visual support. And then to sneak in counting, if you would like, you can have them count out something and put it underneath. So they could use gold coins, green gems, pom-poms. These are some St. Patrick's Day mini erasers I just got from Amazon. I'll put the link for those in the comments after we are finished. So again, that game has cards up to 30, but you can put them up to 10. You can put them up to 20. You can also put them out starting at a different number. So you could put them out starting at like 15 and going up to 30. You don't have to start with 1. So that is, oh, one more thing. Almost forgot this guy. Okay, so another brand new activity for this unit is this build a leprechaun trap. And I know a lot of people do this in their classroom. So I wanted to sneak in some math. So I added these positional word cards. So that way you can have everybody build their leprechaun trap. And again, there's some ideas included in the pack on what you can put in to build. So what I have is just like a cup with some popsicle sticks. I cut up some tubes, put in some plates and cups. That's a box I had just from something like a package that came. And then there's the sign. So, and then these little leprechauns come with it. So that way you can say, okay, put your leprechaun over, put your leprechaun under, put your leprechaun in between. So you could put it in between the cups. So they can move it around, or they can pick a challenge card and then build their leprechaun trap and put their leprechaun wherever their card is. So you can, again, do it with like just kind of non-block building materials, or you can also do it with just blocks. So you can put out Legos. You can also just put out like these are just colored Jenga blocks. Those would be fun to build with it too. And it does come with a worksheet and a blueprint page as well. So that's another new one. So the St. Patrick's Day Centers, this is the update. So if you own it, go download it again. If you don't own it, click the link and grab it. Yeah, so it includes all of these activities. So it's 8 math, 6 literacy, a writing center, and then 2 fine motor, plus teacher pages and organization pages. So if you want this again, go grab it. I am actually going to do a Facebook Live this Wednesday all on a St. Patrick's Day theme. So I'm going to share with you some art and sensory and all kinds of other fun ideas you can do for a St. Patrick's Day theme. So I hope you guys will join me then. And you guys have a good night, and I hope you guys enjoy this awesome update.